everyone, welcome to Heart of Avocado. My name is Tapasia, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing my vinyl record player setup as well as my mini vinyl record collection. So if that's something you're interested in, keep watching and let's dive right in. So I remember when I was setting up this apartment and trying to find the perfect setup for my vinyl record player, I remember looking on YouTube at vinyl record player setup videos to see if there was something that would fit my aesthetic and to find a piece of furniture that would be the perfect fit for my player, and I couldn't really find anything. So this is the video I wish had existed when I was setting things up. So let me start off by giving you guys a quick overview of my setup. To my left here I have my TV setup, and then that is my basket of blankets, and that is my bow staff in the back. And then to the right I have my guitar, some martial arts weapons and workout gear. My basket of blankets was originally where this basket was, but I recently swapped them out because I wanted this basket to be on display more. And then to the left here I have my yoga mat. Up here I have this beautiful cityscape painting. I bought this at a flea market probably like 8 to 10 years ago. I think I paid something between $50 to $70 for it, and it is hand painted. The signature of the artist is in the corner, and I just absolutely love this painting so much. The texture on it is so beautiful, and I really feel like it fits the vibe. So this piece of furniture is the KLX unit from IKEA, and I got it in matte white, and it has 8 cubbies. I think it comes in a variety of sizes, and you can get bigger ones and smaller ones, but this is the one I chose to go with. And now let's talk about my vinyl record player. So this is an Audio-Technica vinyl record player. The model number is ATLP60X. And I'll have all of this linked down in the description box below if you're interested. And then here I have these speakers. These speakers are by Edifier, and I'm not sure exactly what the model is, but everything will be down below. And then originally I was going to get a separate bookcase from IKEA for all of my books, but then I was like, why don't I just see if all my books and my records will fit in this KLX unit? And they ended up fitting perfectly, though my collection is expanding a little bit, so I'm having to create mini stacks in several of the cubbies. And let me know if you guys would be interested in a book tour or book collection tour, because I really love my collection of books and I would love to share that if that's something you guys are interested in. Let's move on to the vinyl records. All of my records fit in this cubby over here to the left. In fact, my collection is very small, so I actually even have room for other things, like that's my art binder, my guitar binder, and some piano books. My favorite thing about this setup is that it allows the speakers to be well spaced out, and also my record player fits perfectly on top of the shelf. As you can see, the width is like absolutely perfect. I have 2 candles here. This is a lantern, which I don't have a candle in right now. Here I have a record cleaning brush, and then this is a little thing that you can use to grab records with, like this. It has like this felt coating. I'm gonna be honest, I don't use it that often. I usually just pick up my records with my hands, but I have it there. Let's move on to my record collection. So growing up, I was a huge Taylor Swift fan. I'm not anymore, but I was before. So when I first started collecting records, I really wanted to collect every single Taylor Swift album that was ever created. So all of these here are Taylor Swift records. So first off, I have Taylor Swift's debut album, and then I have her second album, Fearless. These 2 albums have a lot of sentimental value for me. I was in 8th grade when I started listening to Taylor Swift, and then when Love Story came out, that was just like my favorite song ever, and I just loved, honestly, every single song on this record. Something that's interesting about music is that a song can like take you back to like a particular phase or part of your life, and I think that's just so cool how memories get attached to songs, and when you listen to that song, suddenly you feel like you're in that moment again. So I won't ever be parting with these 2 albums. And then I have Red, just a beautiful record. Again, I love the songs on this album as well. Speak Now, 1989, Reputation, Lover. When Lover came out, I was in my first semester of college, Then I have Folklore. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to keep this album. So one of the criteria that I was using to declutter my records was that I had to be able to sing at least 5 songs off of the record from my memory, and any record that didn't fulfill that requirement just went on the chopping block and I would sell it. So far all of these albums have met that criteria, even this one, but this one I think there were literally only 5 songs versus like the other albums I know pretty much every single song on them. So this one might still go on the chopping block one of these days, I'm not sure, but I have it for now. Then I have Ariana Grande's Thank You Next album, and I'm going to be honest, I am not keeping this record for the songs. I'm literally keeping this record for the record itself. Let me show you how cool this record is. Vinyl records are such an expensive hobby, and to be honest, if I wanted to start this hobby today, I would not be able to afford it. So I'm glad I got into this a couple of years ago when I had more discretionary money and when things were a lot cheaper than they are right now. But since it's such an expensive hobby, I really want to make sure that I keep all of my vinyls really well protected. So I have these sleeves to keep my vinyls in. And actually, let me just show you. I keep all of my vinyl supplies in the drawer of my TV stand, and these are the big sleeves to cover your records. And then sometimes I like to buy old records from like antique shops and stuff, and those records often don't have inner sleeves, so I bought these inner sleeves, which are supposed to be really good quality, from Amazon, and I use these for those records. And also, just in case I ever rip one of the inner sleeves accidentally or something happens, I have replacement inner sleeves. And I also have this vinyl record cleaning kit, which comes with like the solution and all sorts of gadgets. And these 2 items that I showed before, the brush and the vinyl record mitt, are also from that same kit. This is kind of hard to hold one-handed, but check out this record. It's clear. This is definitely one of the coolest records I have. It's completely clear, and in the middle is like this beautiful light pink color. I absolutely love this record. Next up, I have the Barton Hollow album by the Civil Wars, and it's really unfortunate that they broke up because they were my favorite band ever. These songs are absolutely beautiful, and this is definitely one of my most treasured records, and these are actually really hard to find. I've been wanting to buy the other albums that the Civil Wars have come up with, and I visited several vinyl shops, but no one ever has these records available. They're super rare. They're not even available on Amazon anymore, and they're kind of expensive. So this collection is in progress, but my goal is to eventually have every single album that the Civil Wars has ever released. And then I have my Sinatra records. I have the Ultimate Sinatra record, which has a bunch of his famous songs. And then I have the Sinatra Ultimate Christmas album, because nothing is better than listening to Christmas songs in Sinatra's voice. So these are my 2 Sinatra records. Then I have this Disney Ultimate Hits. This one has a few of my favorites like Let It Go, A Whole New World from Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast. And now let me show you my most treasured record ever. So this is something I just got recently, and that's what actually sent me on the path to trying to figure out which records I wanted to get rid of, because I didn't have enough money to afford this, so I had to sell some of my records to make room for it. But here is my Stardew Valley complete OST vinyl record. So each record is a different color that kind of matches the season. They're all just beautifully marbled. This one is pink and so pretty. We're about to head into spring, so let's just play this record. let's move on to my vintage records. First off, I have this Mozart set, and this has 3 separate volumes inside, and this is an example of a record that came with no inner sleeve, so I used the sleeves I bought to make sure everything is well protected. And then I have this beautiful set I got for literally $1 from a vinyl record shop, and it's called The Magical World of Melody, and it has music by all of these artists over here. Look at how beautiful this cover is, and it's like a boxed set, so let me show you. It has this box with this flap that flips over, and then it has all of the vinyl records numbered, and it tells you which tracks each of them has on it. It comes with this booklet which gives you more information on the artist and the music. It has a total of 10 records inside, and this is just the most beautiful music. Like if you're working or studying in the morning, this is such beautiful music to work to. And that is pretty much it for my vinyl record collection. It's not too big. There are several records I want to add to it, like the Civil Wars albums that I don't have. And I would also like to find some more vintage Sinatra records. I did have some more Taylor Swift records like Midnights, Evermore, and I sold those so I could get this one, and I have no regrets. I've been into records for a few years now, and I really like where my collection is at. It's nice and tiny. There are several factors with vinyls that make them a little bit more cumbersome. They're heavy, they take up a lot of space, so I do want to keep my collection pretty small. In general, I like keeping my collections really small. I love collecting things. I love having like micro collections of everything, like skincare, makeup, vinyl records, board games, and everything, but I like to keep them very small and be very intentional with what I buy. And I also like to declutter regularly, so I'm only keeping the things I really love. For example, this Stardew Valley OST, it is so special to me. I'm obsessed with the game, I'm obsessed with this record, and I know that I'm gonna treasure this for a long time, and I want to make sure that everything I buy kind of gives me that feeling. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. As always, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and a thumbs down if you didn't, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!